Yeah, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zod back at you real quick, y'all Savas. Anyways, I already put a video out, but I just wanted to cover something real quick because a few people asked me about it. You know, we had a few discussions over Adrian Bronner and Pacquiao and who I thought was gonna win. And I'll be honest, I knew Pacquiao was gonna win. Just due to the fact that this dude Adrian Bronner is he's a little bit boastful. It's not to say that he don't got skills with them knuckles, because I mean it's been proven that he can throw them hands. He does hit extremely hard. For anybody that watches boxing, I wanted to really pick one of my relatives' brains because this dude actually has boxed and eventually is going to get back into boxing and actually has skills. So I wanted to really talk to him, but due to the fact that we both been gaming, I haven't really been able to pick his brain. But before I even get into this dude, I'm going to send my shots out. First and foremost, shots out to Slywolf. He got a song called Mission to UK. I'm going to go ahead and drop that link. I'm going to be gaming later on. I'm going to be, live streaming. So if you want to come check me out, Sire the Risen, I will be dropping the link to my gaming channel for all the gamers. And to anybody I may have missed. Oh, and shouts out to Arizona, all my boys in AZ, doing their thing right now. So all my boys in Texas, and all the homies around California, upstate, downstate, whatever. You know what I mean? Saludos. But anyways, I just wanted to get back into Adrian Bronner. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. We've had this discussion a few times as far as, I think, dude, after he lost this fight, I think he was a little delusional. I don't know if he couldn't reconcile with his, with the fact that he lost. Maybe his pride was keeping him from actually admitting the fact that he lost. And I really thought he was going to come out and do better. I knew that Pacquiao would win just because, which is crazy because he tends to lead with his head. And he kept pressing this guy, you know what I mean? And the kind of punching power that Adrian Bronner got, I thought this dude would at least catch him with one of those, one of them strong punches. And it didn't happen that way. And at the end, when he jumped up on the roofs and kind of declared that he won, and then the whole time during the press conference he considered himself the winner. You threw what, 200 punches? You landed I don't know if you landed 50. I think I heard, but it's a trick because I didn't actually watch the fight until later on, and I'm no expert on boxing. I've watched a lot of boxing. Back in the days, Hagler, you had Sugar Ray Leonard, you had Duran, you had a lot of different boxers. You had Tyson, you had Buster Douglas, you had Holyfield. Him, he constantly pinpointing the spot, constantly hitting you in the same spots. But that's besides the point. Like I said, I'm not an expert in boxing, but this guy, I think, and this is no shot at dude, but I think dude was just kind of delusional. I don't know if he was punch drunk at the end, maybe, too many hits to the head by Pacquiao, but yeah, he was delusional as hell, dude. When you watch the fight, you just see he got destroyed. And a couple of times he did come out and throw a few punches. I guess he thought that was enough. I think mostly dude was waiting to try to catch that knockout because it's true. Dude does have hands. He does have a level, a certain skill level. I think, I won't say he's a clone of Mayweather, because what Mayweather does, he does very well. And that's make you throw punches and really don't hit nothing. You know what I mean? He got a certain level of showmanship. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. And I think this guy idolizes that style, and he attempts to implement it in his own style. The only difference is he just not throwing punches. It's like they said, he didn't want to... He didn't let his hands go. You know what I mean? I hear that term a lot when it comes to this guy. He didn't let his hands go. And I think if he would have let his hands go, he probably would have broke Manny Pacquiao. But, I think Adrian Bronner is a little delusional. I think maybe, he had visions of grandeur, and it just didn't add up to what he was assuming it would add up to. And he just, he couldn't come to terms with the fact that he lost, and that he assumed that he had his best performance, but nah. I've seen other fights with him, and I think he did a lot. He performed a lot different in these other fights. I don't know if he switched up his style. I mean, you could just look at his boxing team, you know what I mean, and they're top of the line. So there was really no excuse. I think dude just went in and was just waiting to catch that one good hit. Because I'm sure if he would have just came out and... You see when in the one round when he threw that flurry... a few times you could tell that he hurt Pacquiao on that, you know what I mean? but also I think Pacquiao hurt him like a few different times. But I think that's the only thing that hurt this dude, Adrian Bronner. But I think dude is delusional, you know what I mean? And that, like I said, there's no shots at him because I still respect dude as a boxer. I might not like the fact that he's boastful, but Mayweather actually puts up them numbers, and he's actually a skilled boxer. A lot of people might not like Mayweather due to the fact that he does a lot of dodging, but that's his skill set. He'll make you miss. You know what I mean? Everybody has their Roberto Duran when he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. The first time he fought Sugar Ray Leonard, he destroyed him. Some of you probably won't remember that fight, but he destroyed him. And Sugar Ray went back and asked, like, what is it about this dude that, you know what I mean? And they just straight told him, like, you can't go toe-to-toe with this guy. He's going to destroy you. He's just hitting too freaking hard. And what he do? He ended up getting Roberto Duran to say ya estuvo. And that's the Panameño. But, he couldn't stand the fact that this dude didn't stand toe-to-toe with him. Sugar Ray Leonard basically bested him in the second fight, teased him, made him throw punches that he didn't need to throw, and he was frustrated that he couldn't really get the hit he wanted on Sugar Ray Leonard. It was a total different outcome of the first fight, you know what I mean? But that's what happens when you don't have versatility. And with this dude, Adrian Bronner, like I said, this is just one of those videos I just wanted to talk about just because I felt like, this guy, somebody really needs to sit down and have a conversation with this guy, because I think if he doesn't get his act together, he's going to fall behind. There's a lot of other great fighters that had their chance to come up, and they fell by the wayside because they allowed their mind and their arrogance to oversee everything. I mean, you may have visions of grandeur, but you got to catch up to that grandeur slowly by progressing to that level. Trying to be Mayweather at this point is just one of those, it's a dream way in the distance. In order to catch that, you got to actually put up them numbers and actually punch somebody. And not to say like I would ever want to fight the guy, he got skills, you know what I mean? It's hard to be a street fighter and fighting a boxer that probably got street skills as well. You could, when you hear the guy in the interview, it's like you're talking to another guy right off the street. He reminds me of dudes that would be on the fucking block. I saw this. But I think that's as far as like Adrian Bronner, for the people that ask me about him, I just think dude is just, he suffers from visions of grandeur. And I think if he allows his skills to catch up with that vision, he might actually get there, because like I said, he is a skilled fighter. But let me just break something down. If you win the first 2 rounds and you lose all the rest, you cannot win the boxing match. It's longevity. You got to be in there and you got to give it. See, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but there's a lot of people that step into the ring trying. You got sluggers and you got boxers. You got these guys that just going for that. They constantly dodging until they can get that proper punch. And in some cases, you can't get that depending on what type of boxer you are. So you got to punch and punch and punch and pick your target, and whatever little hit that you can get in, you got to get in. And this dude wasn't throwing absolutely no punches. And when he did, it was quick. And then you might not see punches from this guy for like almost half a round. And that's what cost him. I think he really could have punched out Pacquiao. But another theory that I had, this Mayweather's father at the before the fight even, took place, he said that he basically described exactly how this dude would lose and everything, man, And then this Pacquiao's been seen around Mayweather, popping up in the same fight. I mean, the same places where Mayweather's, enjoying basketball games. I kind of thought it was like this dude took a fall. Like it just kind of like, it was just too. It was weird because this dude was boasting as if he just destroyed Pacquiao. But then when you watch the fight, he did absolutely horrible. I'm sure he could have destroyed him, but he did absolutely horrible. And then the fact that Manny Pacquiao wants another rematch with Mayweather. Mayweather, basically, if you ain't getting the numbers up, he ain't even trying to do it. It's just the level of boxer he is, But I thought it was a setup. I'm like, this dude took a dive. You know what I mean? It's hurting his pride that he took a dive. So he's out here boasting about a fight that he did not win. Absolutely got destroyed in that fight. Didn't throw no punches. Didn't let his hands loose. Whatever they keep saying. But I kind of thought as a setup. I'm like, okay, this fool takes a dive. He gets his little money. The next fight he comes out strong. But Manny Pacquiao gets his fight with Mayweather. They got big numbers just to show that Manny Pacquiao still got it. Because after what's his name, knocked him out, you know what I mean? Because he leads with his head, and that's what cost him. But yeah, I kind of thought it was a dive, but I could be wrong. But Adrian Bronner, get back in that ring, man. Do what you got to do. Prove these guys wrong, and leave the thug at home. You know what I mean? And on that note, I'm your boy Zod. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm out.